G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to do some gorgeous colours today. Look, I've got yellow, pink and turquoise. And these are the Holbein inks. I'm going to do a fairy flower for you. So I've got Hansa yellow, quinacridone magenta and phthalo turquoise. So obviously yellow and pinky red are going to go like an orange. The pinky and the bluey are going to go like a purple. And then the yellow and the blue are going to go green. So we should get some really nice colours. If you stick to your primary kind of bases, they should be really nice. So they look dark in the cup, but they're still transparent. This turquoise only used 4 drops. It's really quite strong. More in the yellow. The yellow isn't very strong, so I always have to add more in my yellow. I've got my white. This is for my dots. It's pretty opaque, really. I wouldn't call it transparent. It is my Bloom highly pigmented white pigment paste. And then my other white is just a transparent white. All right, I'm going to use these little, I don't know what they are. Metal chips, glass chips, I don't know, because I think they look nice. I'll get like all of those colors. I'm going to use that in the center. All right, so the first thing we need to do is, this is my ice live edge mold. And as usual, I am doing the fairy flower from resincourses.com. I will link their course down in my description for you. And there's also a 10% off coupon code. So basically just doing a dirty pour, layering the colors, pouring down the side of the cup, and I like to do 3 layers. You could just pour straight in, I guess, but I'm just used to doing this because this is what I used to do with my acrylic pouring. I used to pour the colors down the side like that so they wouldn't get too muddy as they were pouring, and then I'll give it a bit of a swirl. So if you want this ice mold, it's kind of looks like ice cubes really on the sides, and the sides are sloping a little bit, which I think you do kind of need for this sort of technique. It looks really pretty too. So yeah, it holds. It's not quite as big as the large chunky mold. This one holds about 180 grams of mixed resin. The big chunky live edge molds hold about 230 grams. So this one doesn't use as much. So if you're practicing and you don't want to have such a big mold, this is a good one to go with. And of course there's the regular size live edge as well. That's the large and that's the regular size. So that one's also available in my eBay store if you want. They are so popular. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm having to work really hard trying to keep up with all the orders for these live edge molds. But they are a beautiful mold. They're really pretty to do with the, the 3D bloom as well. You probably saw me do one of my latest blooms in one of those as well. Just something a bit different, isn't it? All right, so there we go. Stop talking now. I was just chatting to you while I was doing that, and I'm going to give this a bit of a stir, a bit of a blend, like so. Only because I don't really like to have the spirals like too prominent. I figured if I blend it a bit more, I get more of a. Actually, I might just try this for a change. Let's just do a dirty pour for a change and try not to get too many spirals. I really don't like it when I get the spirals. I really don't. We'll try see what happens with just a flip cup pour, hey? It's getting a bit muddy in there. You can see it's looking like a bit greenish. But hopefully we'll get some nice blending of colours. So as always, I just like to tap that on my bench. Try and get those bubbles to come up from the bottom. While that's sitting there, I'm going to put my white into my piping bag. Like so. Don't need it all, but I make it all. I follow the recipe in from Micah in the resincourses.com. So even though I do have a little bit left over because it's not quite as big a mold, that's okay. So that's that. I'll just pop that back in there. I just want to give this one more little tap, tap, tap. Now, the other thing, it's only 21 degrees Celsius in my studio. So what I've done is I poured my Art Pro, this is Art Pro from Resin Pro. I poured it into my cup. I stirred it for 4 minutes. I let it sit for 15 minutes and then I decanted and I started the video. I'm going to snip the end off that. Because it's so cold here, I think it just needs that little bit of extra time to kind of start the curing process. So anyway, that's what I've done. Because people over in the States and that, I'm going to do dotting while I'm talking to you. You know, it's much warmer over there. You're in summer. So I'm just trying to play catch up, let the resin pretend it's in summer by letting it wait for 15 minutes to kind of start warming up because it's really cold. We're in winter. So, you know, if you're not getting the effects that you want, just maybe try and wait a little bit because those people that are on the other side of the world, yeah, they're in summer. So their resin is already warm. Maybe their room is like, I don't know, 25, 26 degrees, whereas mine's 20 to 20. It's only just gone to 21. It was 20. So, yeah, maybe just play a bit of catch up with your resin, let it warm. And we'll trick it into thinking that it's summer. So just doing my dots. As I go down, I'm putting pressure with my thumb just to get a little dot. My dots are a bit bigger than I would normally do. I'm just trying to see if I can get like a better effect. I like the nice thick puffy petals. Now I'm not going to go right into the center. I'm going to go around the outside again between each of these that I've already done because I've started moving and pushing in towards the center. Resin just does that. The shape of your mold does also have an impact on what the finished product's going to do. Now I'm going to go behind these. If I can find a bit of room. So yeah, the shape of your mold does have an impact on what it's going to look like, of course, because the resin sort of pushes out from different angles. If you've got an angled mold, and I'm going to go, see these little black areas here with no color? I'm just going to go in between all of those as well. Like so. I don't want to get too close to the center because so I'm adding about another 3 rows, I think, because I want these to move into the center. I don't want to put too much in the center. I'd rather have the resin move into the center on its own and create the petals. So I'm just doing like another, I think I've got another 3 rows. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. I don't want to do any more. So I've still got quite a lot of my white left. Got some more room on the ends here, maybe. Not a lot of room. So the more layers you do, or the more rows I should say, the more petals you're going to get. If you're only going to do four rows, you're probably not going to get very many petals, and then you might have a big white blob in the middle as well. So that's all closed up. Not that I need to wait for it to close up, but it's all closed up. And this is the scary part. We're going to take our sort of transparent white. Now I just have to be careful. I'm not going to use all of this. Like I said, the mold only holds about 180 and I made up 210. I did 125 of A and 85 of B in the Art Pro. It's a 3:2 resin, so be careful of that. So yeah, I'll just have to pour carefully. I want to dump, but yeah, not use all of it. You have to dump, okay? You got to dump fast. You really want to push all that out and then back in again. But yeah, I haven't. It's about a centimetre in the bottom and half an inch in the bottom there still, as opposed to in the top. So yeah, just be careful when you're dumping that you don't dump it and it all goes over. Just be careful. I'm warning you. But yeah, it holds about 180 grams. What I did was I got one of my previous pieces and I put it on a scale. I go, that's how much it weighs. So that's a good little trick. So I'm just going to wait till this closes, and then I'm going to add my little crushed glass, whatever. This is from Silicon Molds Online. It's just got different colours in there. I thought they were matched nicely. So yeah, once it's closed, I'll put my stones in. Won't take very long. I don't need to put you on a time lapse or anything. We'll just wait. It won't take long. I'll clean my sticks while we're waiting, hey? And then I can use them again tomorrow. I'm liking these plastic ones. Just got them from Amazon. I clean them off just with the paper towel and then I'll go and clean them again. I'll spray some alcohol on them with a clean piece of paper towel. And yeah, give them another little wipe. Stack all my cups up. Give my hands a bit of a clean with the isopropyl alcohol. We're just tidying while we're waiting, and then I'll clean off these sticks in a minute. I'll spray some alcohol onto them. Alrighty, I think that's about done. Look at those colours. Alright, now, if you're using a stick like that, your stones are going to fall off the edges and you're going to end up with quite a wide area of glitter or stones or whatever you're going to use. So try and use like a little something like that, see? And they just kind of go straight into the middle. Little tiny spoon. All right, down they go. Down they go. Give them a poke. All right. And that's it. It's all closed over. Just give it another quick little torch for any bubbles. Not that it matters if there's a bubble on top, really, does it? Actually, see the bubbles are coming up. That's from the stones, trapping some air in there. All right, so that's basically it. I'm going to cover it so I don't get a fly landing in it, doing kamikaze and swimming around and wrecking my design. So I'm going to cover it, and I will see you in about, not too long. I'll wait about 2 hours, and then once it's finished moving, I will put a piece of card underneath it so that I can lift it up without damaging it, moving the design too much. And I'll carry it over to my resin curing machine, pop it in there for a couple of hours, just on medium heat, about 45 degrees Celsius. I'm actually using my dehydrator, my food dehydrator. So I'll do that, and then I'll come back to you in I don't know, about 4 hours it'll take. And then I can unmold and hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it looks really pretty. Because at the moment it's looking gorgeous. All right, see you soon. It has set. The colours have stayed pretty nice. They haven't muddied too much. I can kind of see some little puffy, cloudy things in the center there. But that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't. All right, it's still warm. I've had it in my resin curing machine. Trying to get it to cure fast because I'm too impatient. So it's still a bit bendy. It's cured, but still soft because of the heat of the machine curing it. I just had it on about 45 degrees Celsius. It's my food dehydrator that I've been using. I'm just waiting for the Let's Resin curing machine to arrive. All right, shall we have a look? Oh my gosh, I hope it works. Last time I did it, I got like a white a big white center in the middle, so and I had to cover it with a sticker. I don't want to do that again. All right, let's just do this, hey? And let's hope it works. Oh, it's pretty. I do have a white center though. I don't know why I keep getting the white centers. I never used to get them. Well, I don't think I used to get them. Maybe I just covered them with the glitter and things. Even when I do the resin course, they had the white center as well. So yeah, maybe that's just how it is. But look at the shape of these petals. Aren't they pretty? They're really nice. But as always, if the center bothers you, you can do a top coat. You can put some glitter on there. You can put a little sticker on it. I'm liking the colors. I can't see much of the blue. All the blues, the turquoise, it's kind of gone. But yeah, I love the petals on this one. Haven't got that wide edge that I get sometimes. Look, every time I do it, it's different. I'm going to see what kind of sticker I can put in the middle of that. Let me just go and see what I can find. When I say sticker, I mean a foil, actually, just a little foil. I had this one cut out for something else and I never used it, so I can just sort of plop that in the center there. And look, it looks so cool. It kind of fixes it. So yeah, I know it's a bit of a cheat's way, but I mean, you don't have to. If you like it like that, then by all means leave it like that. But if you don't like the white, it actually fits perfectly, because you see how these there's kind of like this dark edge around, and that kind of fits right in there. So that dark edge seems to frame that really pretty, and then you've got these smaller petals around the outside there. So it's not bad, is it? Oops, that's a bit close. I zoomed you in before I forgot. All right, let's go for a little walk around the studio as usual and look at it in some different lights, shall we? But let me know what you think, whether or not you like the little stickers foils or not. I don't know what my dogs are barking at. I've left the door open so they can hear me talking. They think there's someone here, don't you? All right, I'll stand over here. Now look at the center. See how it's kind of glistening when I tilt it a little bit? It's like the little stars are flashing. There you go. It's totally different. Like every time I do this, I get something different. But look, it's fun trying, and I'm glad I got some kind of more pastel colors this time. My colors have been quite dark lately, but yeah, these are really pretty. I'm happy with it. Come over here to the natural light, because there's a window here. There we go. And there's my ice edge. It looks very 3D, doesn't it? Look at those petals. Getting some really pretty petals and some lovely blending there. It's not bad. Like I said, every time I do it, it's different. It's just different. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, you're probably sick of seeing fairy flowers, but there's so many people now that, you know, are doing them and are interested in seeing how people do them and the colors that they choose and the molds that they use. So yeah, there's lots of people doing it at the moment. So I guess those people will be more interested in watching it. But I will have other things coming up for you people that don't want to see them. I will. There's lots of other interesting things coming along, so don't miss any of the videos. All right. Thanks for watching. I will see you all again real soon for the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.